The first elections happened 5 years ago. Finally, we had local people in power, right? And the local people in power, I mean, if I can be candid, were just people who were in favor of the political parties because nobody else dared to come out because it was new. You know, there was a huge generation of people who had never seen elections. They didn't want to get into politics. They had no interest in it because they had only seen the dirty side of it. You know? So they had no interest in leadership. The only guys who were interested in leadership were the cronies that were there. You know, and so the first lot was just pushed out from there, except a few examples that we can have. The second lot, we're seeing changes happening. We're seeing more interest coming out from people who are genuinely concerned about the country. You know, you see people who are really saying, I'll make a change, I'll be independent, I don't want to do any of that stuff. It looks like I have a chance. You know, I mean, Balen is a classic example of that. And we just popped out from the blue, you know, and then became mayor of the most powerful city in Nepal. You know, and that would have never happened, right? I mean, when you think about it, you say, how did that ever happen? And that is slowly changing the momentum. Yeah.
When Mr. Abdullah said that when I came over and we still had no lights.
No, the interesting part is no lights it may happen, you know, but the problem here is we have 6,500 rivers. In these conditions, it should not happen. Like with the conditions we have. But I agree on Raj, I don't like talking about politics usually.
Sure.
But this is a little bit out of politics because this is the reality which we live here. He's right on that. I mean, like things happen in a very short period of time. I mean, like having that, like 1996 to 2006, the war there, then started, okay, everything, the constitution came, I think around 2013 it came. So 15 earthquake happened. Like these things are not very, very easy things. It's like steps, first steps. And when you look at all of that, even we say it is small, it is moving. I agree on that. And like when I came, I remember the last election was 1995. And the next election happened for the local, I'm talking, in 2017. So 22 years gap is like, because when I came, I felt like, who is the owner of this city, who is going to do something for this city. And again, I agree at one point, I don't know him personally, but I think, yes, the mayor election is a kind of example which everybody has to tie up. Like two political parties were there. They were in charge for the last 5 years. One of them is still in charge. The other was in charge like 1.5 years ago for like more than 2 years. So their candidates were there, but all of a sudden, an independent guy got the elections. So with almost their total vote, they got more than that. So this is a kind of symbolic meaning, but of course they have to be successful. Being elected doesn't mean that everything goes well. So if they become good examples like that, still we need the political parties also, of course, but like everybody will look into that picture and see that, okay, something is going to change, we have to adapt the changes. So that will come. And as I said, only thing is world is moving very fast now, like in every direction. So we need to follow up that. And if we again come back to tourism, as you said, tourism areas, I believe everybody has a good nature and everybody really agrees what we talk, what we tell, but it doesn't come into life somehow. So it means that in that mechanism, there is something which is still not allowing things to happen. Maybe coordination, maybe cooperation, whatever you say. So, but things are not happening. But when you talk individually, everybody agrees with you because what we tell is not like finding the world is round again. It's ABC of this job, honestly. Like, it's just the start. Like, okay, if you want this, this should happen. That's it. There's no other way.
If you love what we are doing, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notification.
This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.
Thank you very much for watching us on YouTube. Make sure that you also listen to us on Spotify.